Today we're gonna talk about the super handbags. Please guys, stay with me. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Oksana. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. Today we're going to talk about the super handbags, and this is actually a tag video. My understanding is that the tag was created by Jerusha Couture and I was tagged by Beauty Luxe Lover. Thank you so very much for creating the tag and obviously for tagging me. My understanding, this tag is, it's a super bags tag 2025, and it's Hermes edition, meaning obviously Hermes handbags, they don't come around easily, and you have to share your handbags from Hermes. And the category of these handbags is the most used, the least used, the never used handbag, the most critiqued or criticized by someone handbag, and the most complimented handbag. And I have all these categories in my collection and more. I'm so grateful that I actually have some handbags in this category. I saw somebody else also, like for example Clara Zilla, doing this tag, but she just called it the handbags of 2025. She was using the same categories, but she was also including the other brands, because when I was tagged by Beauty Luxe Lover, my understanding that it's Hermes edition, so I'm gonna do actual Hermes edition. If you want me guys, I can pretty much do the same tag with my Chanel handbag because I have the same categories from my Chanel handbags as well. But nevertheless, again, thank you very much for tagging me. I truly appreciate it. I'm gonna link their channel in the description box below. Please check their channels, and let's start it. Again guys, before we start, if this first time ever you are on my channel and you love handbags, please consider subscribing. It costs you absolutely nothing and it helps me big time, so please consider subscribing. Just hit that subscribe button, and without any further ado, let's start. The number one category is the most used handbag. And for this category, I have actually two handbags that I constantly rotate, my two Hermes handbags. But I decided to go with the one because this one lately I took on my trip. This handbag also very special to my collection. It's been offered to me at Paris boutique, and I'm talking about my Hermes Constance Mini, or Constance 18. It's in color noir in Epsom leather, and it's with the rose gold hardware. What a beauty, what a beauty. On my latest trip to Europe, I actually had this handbag and another one handbag with me, and I use them all the time. And I love that this handbag has almost like accordion style, so it expands quite a bit. It has also let me just remove this papers for now. It has also mirror inside, like with all the Constances right now, but frankly I don't use the mirror, and to me it's a little bit an extra abstraction, so I usually remove the mirror, so the compartments getting bigger and the handbag getting lighter. So any of my Constances, to be frank, I don't use any mirrors. And as I mentioned, first and most, why would this be the most used handbag in my collection? Generally, if there is some kind of flap handbag, especially like in kind of mini to somewhat bordered to small size, it always will be my most used handbag, because I tried all different styles, but at the end of the day, flap style handbags are my most used. Secondly, it's in the most durable leather. In fact, most of my handbags in this leather, and I love this leather. I know it's somewhat controversial because some people don't like Epsom leather. They're saying it's pressed leather. I love it. I love it. It's the same way I love caviar leather from Chanel. So, and obviously it's in noir color, so it's very, very practical. I love that it's also rose gold, because yellow gold from Hermes sometimes could be very, very harsh, especially because this is kind of like a larger size of the buckle, not as large as in Constance 24, but still it's somewhat visible. So I prefer this more subtle, you know, quality of the hardware. Absolutely love it. My most used, goes with everything. Any outfit I will put, it will look absolutely fantastic. It looks great. I have to change my battery. My battery were kind of dying, so I just changed the battery. So as I mentioned, it looks absolutely great double strap. So if you want to go to some kind of evening occasion, just even holding like that. But at the same time, the length of the strap, at least in my height, I'm 5'3", it's perfect as a shoulders carrying, as well as a crossbody. For me, it's the perfect length for the crossbody. I absolutely love it. It's the same length as you are getting with Chanel square mini, not rectangular one. Rectangular is a little bit longer, so my absolute favorite. And as I said, because I wear my Chanel square mini so much, the moment I saw this handbag when I've been offered, I knew that I'm gonna use it so very much. And as I said, if I have any kind of outfit, it could be sporty outfit, it could be quite dressy for the evening, I know that this handbag will go with everything. Absolutely love it. And as I said, very durable leather. My most used handbag. So the next one is my least used handbag. And this is very sad that I have to admit that this is my least used handbag. I mean, when it comes to, in general, Constances or Birkins, and I have several Birkins in my collection, I generally use them less, especially with nowadays with you know, economic situation and safety around the streets. But I decided to choose this one as my least used because it's my very first, say, quota bag. And I'm talking about my Constance Kelly 28 noir color, again Epsom leather with gold hardware. And it's very sad. I was actually just recently posting also on Instagram that, like, you know, this bag doesn't see much of the daylight lately. Let me just remove the felt. So, and it's very sad because I actually love this handbag. I love it so very much. And the reason that I don't really wear it so much, and as I said, the reasons that I choose, because I got this handbag in 2020, so this is the full 5-year circle. And if I could, like, you know, count how many times I wear it within these 5 years, I think, I don't know, I don't think I can count on one hand, but 2 hands will be more than enough to count the number of times that I actually wore this bag. And it's very sad because this is absolutely gorgeous bag. Again, it's not difficult color to wear because it's black, it goes with everything. But mostly the reasons that I don't really wear it as much, it's nowadays, it's frankly the security, because when you are talking about smaller handbags or even Constance, when you wear it crossbody, you can just kind of cover that logo with your hands, and it's not as understandable for many people what is it. But when it comes to Kelly, it's just a shape and you cannot hide it, you know. It's quite, you know, known in the community and in general, so clearly it's not something that you can easily hide. And this is very sad because it deserves the daylight and I should wear it more, and I hope that I'm gonna have an opportunity to wear this handbag more. Nevertheless, am I regretting that I have this in my collection? 100% no. 100% no, because this is as classy as it gets. Black with gold hardware, and I love it that it's actually in Epsom. Again, very, very durable leather. I absolutely over the moon. I have also Birkins, but I said I have Birkins in blue, which is more kind of, for some people blue could be complicated color, and I have gold Birkin as well, because the gold is very, very practical color, but still it's somewhat limited more comparing to this one. So keeping in mind that this bag shouldn't have any limitation how you wear it. I still don't wear it as much, and it's very, very sad. I do wear, but not as much as I should, let's put it this way. So this one is my least used bag. At least that's what I decided to put, because I have other options of my least used, but keeping in mind the number of years that I have this bag in my collection, this is definitely my least used, and it's very sad. The next category is never used, and mostly the handbags that I have in my collection I already used somewhat, maybe not as much, but I still used them. This bag I didn't put out even once and this is somewhat still new to my collection, and this is mini Bolide in color Nata with gold hardware in the chèvre leather. I wanted to have chèvre leather in my collection for such a long time, and I finally got it again on my Paris trip. This is on my latest Paris trip. On my latest Paris trip I actually got two handbags. Constance, again 18 in a tube with gold hardware, and I love it. And that bag I already used, not as much also, I should use more, but at least I used. This one I wanted to have some kind of light handbags, and I knew if I want to have any light handbag, I want to have in a smaller size, because you know, the lighter the bag, the more it's difficult to keep it clean. But still I couldn't find in me to wear it, because I'm afraid that it's like, you know, gonna get dirty. And again, it's very, very sad. It's relatively new. I got this bag at the beginning of this year, but still I had an opportunity to wear it the whole summer, but I didn't take it out even once. Maybe next summer. Maybe next summer. But it's very, very sad. As I said, it's absolutely gorgeous bag. I love it. I have this recent purchase of my rodeo. I have also twillies. I wish I could get mini twillies, but they are bigger size twillies, but nevertheless they kind of also white beige with the black. It's perfect for the bag. I should wear it, but I didn't wear it even once. Maybe next year, maybe next year. So the next bag, so the next category is my most critiqued handbag. And if any of you follow my channel, you will know what the bag I'm gonna show. And this is my Della. My Della is being the most critiqued handbag, because when it's just introduced, very few people actually kind of on board with this handbag. Me, on another hand, the moment I saw it, I was like, yes, I want to have it, because it's very, very low-key handbag. And as I mentioned, right now, especially with the, you know, economic and security situation on the street, I can easily go anywhere. Nobody can recognize that it's somewhat expensive handbag, and I could never be a target, because, like, you know, it's just a brown handbag. But I'm not sure if it's going to be any longer, because lately I noticed that Gucci also created a bag very, very similar looking to this one, and that they also use the horse bead as a front clasp, and it's looking very, very similar to this Hermes handbag. They're having more of the east-west shape, and Obviously the Gucci is less expensive handbags and they're more readily accessible, and I actually love so many colors. Maybe I will include the picture of the bags that I'm mentioning right now. And I was actually even myself looking at that bag because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Nevertheless, I've been critiqued also for some of the YouTubers, my acquaintances, like, you know, my friends on the YouTube. Nevertheless, I absolutely love this bag, and you can see I'm actually using this bag today. And as I said, when it was most used handbags, it's between this one and my Constance 18 in black. But again, before I had my Constance 18 in black, this one was my most used one. But because Constance in black, obviously it's easier to style versus to this one. And this one is definitely more of the sporty vibe. You cannot wear this one, let's say, for the evening dinner. I mean, you can, nobody can stop you what you're wearing for your dinner occasions, but it's more of the sporty vibe, if I may. It looks absolutely gorgeous with the casual setting. I love to travel with this bag. As I said, it's very low-key. It has so many compartments. It has hidden compartment at the back where you can put either your cash or your passport. Love this bag, absolutely love it. They have right now options of East-West, and it was been offered to me at my Paris 3 previous year, but I decided to exchange that bag because East-West is in that specific style is not my cup of tea. I tried, I still love this one the most. So my most critique handbag is my Della Cavalleria, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And as I said, I tried actually to purchase this bag over the website, and I actually purchased it in not a color, but the stitches on that handbags, like, absolutely horrific. And as I said, Hermes also right now, because they're trying to increase their production, and I noticed some of the quality with their handbags are suffering, sadly. I have another friend who also purchased handbag from website OxanaLV handbag, and she was somewhat forced to return that bag because the stitches were so crooked, and obviously the Hermes couldn't exchange for anything because they don't have the options for the exchange. Nevertheless, this one is my most critique, but at the same time one of my most used and my beloved handbag for sure. So Hermes Della. So, and the last category I have over here, the most complimented handbag. And as I said, most likely you were again things that I'm gonna choose my either Kelly or my Birkins. And I notice also quite often you've been complimented for your Kellys or Birkins just for the fact that it's a Birkin or Kelly, because everybody knows it's a quota bag, not because it's like truly beautiful, or yeah, not if it's truly beautiful or something sparks the interest. But this bag I've been complimented the most, to be honest, and I don't know, maybe it's because of the color. And I'm talking about my Constance 124. It's the newer version, or they call it re-edition, because like originally when the Constance was created, it was just a one compartment. And with this creation, when there is a one compartment, it also has a back pocket. Absolutely love it. And this is Constance 124 in Epsom leather in color Mauve Sylvestre with rose gold hardware. Anytime I wear this handbag, I receive so many compliments, and it's obviously because of the color, because sometimes people don't even know that it's Hermes, because not everybody is so savvy about, like, you know, Hermes handbags. But I think it just simplicity of this handbag, it's just a simple flap style handbag, and in this absolutely gorgeous color. Love this bag. Again, it has mirror, but I usually never use the mirror. If you wanna, you can use my code for Zumoni organizers. I have my Zumoni organizers in all my handbag except for Constance, like 18, because it has 2 compartments. I don't want to use it, and it's dark, so I decided not to use it. But these, because it's a 1 compartment and it's very light color, obviously I need my organizer, and I use it all the time with my organizer. And especially if you have any, you know, light color of the handbags, I highly advise to get an organizer. This bag, in fact, I got on the resale market, and it's not sponsored by anyone, and you don't have to obviously buy from the consigners that I purchased. You can do your research and find whatever consigner you want to purchase from. But lately you can find an exceptional deal for Constance, especially if you're not after Constance 18. If you're okay with Constance 24, especially the full-size Constance 24, you can get deal of the century. You can get pretty much at the boutique price, or if it's somewhat worn out, even maybe less than boutique price. Highly advise you guys if you want to search something on the internet right now, because like prices for the handbags are plummeted, so you can get a gorgeous deal. Nevertheless, when I purchased, I paid obviously above the retail price, but I have zero regrets, because I really do wear this handbag. And it's funny because this is also light, but my mini Bolide is smaller, but because it's in chef, it kind of makes me nervous. But because this one in Epsom is very durable leather, and I don't worry of using this bag, despite the fact that it's actually light color. So my most complimented handbag, it's my Hermes Constance 124 Mauve Sylvestre with rose gold hardware. So this is my choices for the tag, just to make sure. It's the super bag tag 2025 edition. If you want, guys, I can actually make this tag also with my Chanel handbags, because I pretty much have all of these categories in my Chanel handbags as well. So thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you very much again for tagging me. Again, if any of you wanna do this tag with Hermes edition, please do so, because like I don't wanna tag anybody, because this is kind of like tag categories that could be challenging to do. But if you have all these categories from your Hermes edition, please do that. Tag me, and I will definitely watch your video. Thank you very much again for being here with me, and I will see you on my next one.